Unit 9. Psychology and Sports. After completing the study of the unit, you will be able to classify different types of personality and its relationship with sport performance, recognize concept of motivation and identify various types of motivation, identify various reasons to exercise, its associated benefits and strategies to promote exercise adherence. Differentiate between different types of aggression in sports. And explain various psychological attributes in sports. Meaning of personality. The personality is a collective part of a person's abilities, capabilities, qualities and specificities. Personality is the sum total of man's traits as a consolidated, active combination which affects his attitude in different circumstances. In ancient Greek culture, various actors used to wear masks in plays. Personality means build-up of ideas, feelings, emotions, social coordination, and the displayed performance from time to time. Psychologists have given the following definitions of personality. According to Warren, personality is an entire organization of a human being at any stage of his development. According to Morton Prince, personality is the sum total of all the biological innate dispositions, impulses, tendencies, appetite, and instincts of an individual, and the dispositions and tendencies acquired by experience. According to Moon, personality is the most characteristic integration of an individual's structures, modes of interest, attitudes, behavior capacities, abilities and aptitudes. According to Guilford, an individual personality is a unique pattern of traits. According to Eysenck, personality is the sum total of the actual or potential behavior patterns of the organism. According to Freeman, personality is the integrated organization of all cognitive, conative, dimensions of personality. Man's personality is a combination of several unique traits. Personality is the sum total of all dimensions which cover physical, mental, intellectual, social, and emotional dimensions respectively. These dimensions are interrelated and cannot be taken for as a complete form of personality. The following are the description of the following dimensions. Number 1. Physical dimension. A healthy, muscular, appealing, tall, broad personality depicts that a person is hale and hearty. A person who is weak, down with an illness will not leave any positive impression on others. This is the reason why Greek and Roman people lay stress on the development of physical structure. Number 2. Mental dimension. The true identity of man's personality is reflected by this dimension. Some of the famous personalities of the world had no appealing physical structure, but were endowed with outstanding mental and intellectual capabilities. Thinking, understanding, taking quick decisions, maintaining balance in changing situations, etc., reflect a person's mental maturity. Number 3. Social dimension. Sociality is inherent in man right from his childhood. Man begins to learn etiquettes, morality, attitude, cooperation, relations, rituals, confidence, tradition, etc., to survive in a society. A person spends his life not only for himself but also for his family and society. Number 4. Emotional dimension. Having control over one's fear, anger, hatred, depression, woe, jealousy, etc., is a must for a good and pleasing personality. But in the modern world, a man has no control over his emotion. So, Emotional dimension is also an important dimension of man's personality. Types of personality. Psychologists classified the personality in 4 types according to their researches, i.e., A, B, C and D. 1. Type A personality. These people are highly ambitious, very competitive. They usually struggle against clock. They become impatient with delays. They easily get angry or aggressive on small things. 2. Type B personality. These people are not competitive in nature. They are easygoing and patient. They do not become angry and they are satisfied with their lives. They are usually successful people. 3. Type C personality. The individual with this type of personality have pleasing and appeasing nature. They are unable to express their emotions, especially anger. 4. Type D personality. People who have a type D personality tend to see the world in a very negative way. This is the personality type that has the highest risk of suffering from depression. There is a constant fear of rejection in some way, which often causes this personality type to live a fairly isolated life. Aerobic capacity depends upon the following factors. A. Oxygen intake. The oxygen we get depends on our body capacity, which in turn depends on size of lungs, active number. CT Jung classification. According to Carl G. Jung's, people can be classified as follow. Introverts. Introverts direct themselves inward toward concepts and ideas. Introverts are thought-oriented. Introverts want depth. The introvert is more aware of his or her inner world. The introverted attitude is more concerned with subjective appraisal and often gives more consideration to fantasies and dreams. Extroverts. Extroverts direct themselves outward toward people and objects. Extroverts are action-oriented. Extroverts seek breadth. The external world is still perceived. It is not pondered as seriously as inward movement of psychic energy. The extrovert, by contrast, is characterized by the outward movement of psychic energy. Ambivert. This includes Big Five theory. Human resources professionals often use the Big Five personality dimensions to help place employees. That is because these dimensions are considered to be the underlying traits that make up an individual's overall personality. The Big Five traits are openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism or ocean. Openness. People who like to learn new things and enjoy new experiences usually score high in openness. Openness includes traits like being insightful and imaginative and having a wide variety of interests. Conscientiousness. People that have a high degree of conscientiousness are reliable and prompt. Traits include being organized, methodic and thorough. Extroversion. Extroverts get their energy from interacting with others, while introverts get their energy from within themselves. Extroversion includes the traits of energetic, talkative, and assertive. Agreeableness. These individuals are friendly, cooperative, and compassionate. People with low agreeableness may be more distant. Traits include being kind, affectionate, and sympathetic. Neuroticism. Neuroticism is also sometimes called emotional stability. This dimension relates to one's emotional stability and degree of negative emotions. People that score high on neuroticism often experience emotional instability and negative emotions. Traits include being moody and tense. Motivation, its type and techniques. Meaning and definition of motivation. Motivation is a kind of strength which motivates a person in starting off a work, during the work, and to get success in that. Motivation is the reason for people's actions, willingness, and goals. Motivation is one of the most important reasons that inspire a person to move forward. Mastering motivation is central to high levels of achievement, e.g., in the worlds of elite sport, medicine, or music. Many scholars have defined motivation in the following manner. 1. According to B.C. Roy, motivation is psychological and physical condition which incites a man to make efforts in order to achieve his desired goals. 2. According to Morgan and King, motivation is related to that condition of a person or an animal which drives him towards its goal. 3. According to Crookes and Stein, any condition that might energize or direct our actions is called motivation. 4. According to Singer, motivation is an inner feeling which drives a man towards his goal. One other definition of motivation: motivation is the inclination towards the capability of doing work with determination and following rules to play a game. So, it can be concluded on the basis of the above definitions that motivation is man's inner condition which guides his behavior towards his goal. Types of motivation. Motivation is of two kinds. 1. Intrinsic motivation and 2. Extrinsic motivation. 1. Intrinsic motivation. Motivation is something that comes from within. When a person does something out of joy, need, aptitude, desire, or importance, intrinsic motivation takes place. Intrinsically motivated players take part in activities as of joy and satisfaction. They achieve their goals with satisfaction and through their skills. 2. Extrinsic motivation. When outside forces compel a person to do something, the extrinsic motivation comes into play. Prize award, popularity, glory, goodwill, praise, reward, etc. are all forms of extrinsic motivation. Saina Nehwal bagged the second position in Commonwealth Games and was honored with cash prizes by the police of Andhra Pradesh and Haryana. Techniques of motivation. Various techniques of motivation are applied on players. These techniques enable players to reach high in their respective field by performing better and better with each passing day. The description of techniques is as follows. 1. Positive sports environment. A positive sports environment plays an important role in motivating players so that they may perform better and make new records in their respective fields. It includes plain and clean playing field, good sitting arrangement and clean drinking water, good climate and appropriate temperature, goods quality equipment, etc. 2. Verbal encouragement. Verbal encouragement during a competition is quite important because players are motivated. New players may get motivated much through this technique. Verbal encouragement should be immediate. In other words, it should be used at appropriate time only, not always. 3. Competition and cooperation. Holding competitions also plays an important role in motivating players. Each player tries to perform better in a competition if it is organized emphatically and in an exhaustive manner. But inexperienced players are not able to perform better in such competition. Competition should be held on grand scale so that players may get motivated and thus perform better. 4. Knowledge of progress. Regular progress surely motivates players to perform better in an efficient manner. Through competition, players come to learn about their progress and results and hence get motivated accordingly. Coaches, trainers should make players recollect their past experiences for regular progress and try to motivate them. 5. Presence of opposite sex. Every person tries to be smart and active in the presence of opposite sex. It's a by-birth habit of human. That's why the presence of opposite sex also helps the players to do their best during the competition. 6. Spectators. The presence of more spectators helps the players to increase their performance to the highest level. 7. Praise and blame. In the absence of success, player should be again given a chance to re-establish himself. Even praise motivates a player. But too much praise may wash a player's career. So, it should be applied according to the prevailing circumstances and leaves a positive impression on players. 8. Rewards. The governments of different countries want to gain the topmost positions in different sports. So, these governments give rewards to players who bring laurels to their respective countries. Reward is a motivational technique which earns cash prizes, glory, honor, goodwill, promotion, etc. It also makes you feel blessed and blissful. 9. Motivational music. Motivational music, especially before a competition or during a competition, plays an important role in motivating players. But music should be motivational. It is used mostly in indoor games. This enhances man's working capacity, which reduces his fatigue. 10. Positive inspiration. A positive sports environment plays a crucial role in motivating players to perform their best. It includes playing clean and healthy sports field, good sitting arrangement, drinking water, good climate and suitable temperature, good quality sports equipment, etc. Even encouragement by officials and parents is also important. 11. Ranking. By ranking, the players are motivated to do well. 12. Joint responsibility. The players should be given joint responsibility to make him realize the joint efforts in practice. These feelings help the players to do their best. 13. Modern equipments. The environment should be made good and interesting by the use of modern equipments which motivates the players to lead towards the goal. 14. Period of practice. By decreasing load and intensity of work, the players should be lead towards the aim. 15. Determining goals. Defining purpose and goals are also a technique of motivation. If we don't set our goals, our life seems to be full of boredom. Exercise adherence. Reasons to exercise and benefits of exercise. Exercise. Exercise is an activity which keeps our body fit and encourages working smoothly. In fact, exercise not only warms the body parts, it also improves and increases body capacity to work more. Why is the exercise required? There are some reasons to explain it. Meaning of exercise. Those physical actions and activities which help a person to get a full and balanced development are called as exercise. Exercise adherence. Adherence. Adherence means sticking to exercise or goal. Reasons of exercises. To prevent disease. To strengthen the heart muscle. To remove stress and tension. To help an increment of skills of players. To strengthen muscles. For overall development of the body. Increases self-esteem. Decrease depression. Increase the learning skills. Increases digestion. And increases flexibility. Benefits of exercise. Exercise provides the following benefits. 1. Increases flexibility. All the trainers and sports coaches agree that exercise develops flexibility. When we get up in the morning, the body feels stiffness because the body becomes lazy due to sleep. But by the little exercise the body feels energetic and become flexible. 2. Improves the performance. Regular exercises improve the capacity of a person to perform better in the competition. 3. Exercise builds strong and healthy muscles. Exercise makes muscles stronger, allowing people to do tasks that they otherwise might not be able to do or to do them more easily. Every physical task requires muscle strength and some degree of range of motion in joints. Regular exercise can improve both of these qualities. 4. Exercise boosts energy level. Low-intensity exercise, the equivalent of a leisurely stroll, has been found to boost energy levels. Both groups reported increased energy over the span of the 6-week experiment. But the low-intensity group's fatigue levels dropped more than the higher-intensity group. 5. Exercise improves neuromuscular coordination. Sensible strength training results in the use of more calories all day long and reduces the likelihood of fat accumulation. It helps with muscle isolation during balance training. During balance training, your body has to work that much harder to stabilize. In turn, this helps you burn more calories. 6. Exercise helps in digestive process. Exercise and digestion are mutually exclusive. When you exercise, your body isn't using its energy for digestion. If you have just eaten before exercising, you can experience gastrointestinal problems. Depending on the type of food you have eaten, you may suffer from heartburn, stomachache, or vomiting. 7. Exercise helps in motor development. High levels of physical activity in school-age children are associated with important short- and long-term health benefits in physical, emotional, social, and cognitive domains across the lifespan. Physical activity is fundamental to the early development of each child and affects many aspects of a child's health. 8. Exercise controls weight. Along with diet, exercise plays an important role in controlling your weight and preventing obesity. To maintain your weight, the calories you eat and drink must equal the energy you burn. To lose weight, you must use more calories than you eat and drink. 9. Exercise strengthens bones. Regular exercise can help kids and teens build strong bones. Later in life, it can also slow the loss of bone density that comes with age. Doing muscle strengthening activities can help you increase or maintain your muscle mass and strength. 10. Exercise strengthens the lungs. During exercise, two of the important organs of the body come into action, the heart and lungs. When your lungs are healthy, you keep a large breathing reserve. When you have reduced lung function, you may use a large part of your breathing reserve, but this is not generally dangerous. 11. Exercise strengthens the heart. Exercise strengthens your heart and improves your circulation. The increased blood flow raises the oxygen levels in your body. This helps lower your risk of heart diseases such as high cholesterol, coronary artery disease, and heart attack. Regular exercise can also lower your blood pressure and triglyceride levels. 12. Exercise reduces the blood sugar. Exercise lowers blood pressure, somewhat decreases the levels of bad cholesterol, and increases the level of high-density lipoprotein, HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol. 13. Exercise helps in staying healthy. During exercise, your body releases chemicals that can improve your mood and make you feel more relaxed. Exercise can reduce your risk of dying early from the leading causes of death, like heart disease and some cancers. It can also help limit the weight you might gain when you stop smoking. And types of aggressions in sports. Aggression is an overt, harmful, social interaction with the intention of inflicting damage or other unpleasantness upon another individual. It may occur either in retaliation or without provocation. In humans, frustration due to blocked goals can cause aggression in the field of sports and games. Concept of aggression. Aggression is an action or response by an individual that delivers something unpleasant to another person. Predatory or defensive behavior between members of different species may not be considered aggression in the same sense. In games and sports, competitors become more aggressive, which is not fair because it not only affects their performance but also does not have good impression on spectators, viewers. Types of aggression in sports. The aggression in sports is of following types. Number 1. Hostile aggression. Aggression in children and adolescents can take many forms. It can include bullying, fighting, teasing, or rumor spreading. Aggressors typically have a sense of a loss of control during outbursts. Most probably, it has been classified by the type of aggressive acts committed and by the state of mind or intention of the aggressor. Number 2. Instrumental aggression. Instrumental aggression refers to an aggressive behavior intended to achieve a goal. It is shown in the games like rugby when both the players comes in contact. When one receives a reward because of deviant aggressive act, she will be conditioned towards committing that act again when motivated to obtain that previously possessed reward. Number 3. Assertive behavior. The aim of assertive behavior is to communicate productively with another person. This involves standing up for your own rights without violating those of the other person. To do this, you need to express your needs, wants, opinions in a direct, honest, and adult way. Suggestions to reduce aggression in sports. The following suggestions can be used during sports to reduce aggression. The coach, manager, and captain of the team should force the players to play with game spirit. An aggression management workshop should be organized during the training session to reduce the aggression of players during sports. The hard action should be taken against the aggressive behavior of players. The media should also not give more hype to the aggressive players but to censure their behavior. Psychological attributes in sports. Sports psychology is a branch of psychology which helps to increase performance level of athletes. It helps to motivate, boost their energy and increase their determination level in sports. Nowadays, psychological training and conditioning is a part of training schedule of an athlete. Self-esteem. Self-esteem is the way you evaluate yourself. In psychology, the term self-esteem is used to describe person's overall subjective sense of personal worth or value. Self-esteem is how we value ourselves. If we value ourselves and have a faith on ourselves, we can perform any task smoothly. But if we have low self-esteem and we don't love ourselves, it is impossible to do it. Mental imagery. Mental imagery is referred to representations and the associated experience of sensory information without a direct external stimulus. Most common example of mental imagery is daydreaming and mental visualization while reading a book or novel. In sports, this technique is widely used. It helps the athlete to mold their emotional state. Benefits of mental imagery. Develop self-confidence of an athlete. Developing pre- and post-competition strategies which helps athlete to handle all kind of situations during competition. Increase their concentration level and focus level. Self-talk. Self-talk is an internal conversation or our inner voice. It is influenced by subconscious mind and reveals our thoughts, beliefs, views, and ideas. Self-talk can be cheerful, supportive, or negative. It depends on our inner thoughts. Some psychologists believe that self-talk also plays an important role in performance of an athlete. Generally, there are three types of self-talk. 1. Positive self-talk. It is an inner conversation which influences an individual in a positive manner. Person believes on himself, gain confidence, and positive attitude among self. It improves attitude, energy and effort which helps an athlete to increase his performance level during competition. 2. Negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is an inner dialogue we have within which is limiting our ability to believe in ourselves, creates doubt on our potential. Goal setting. Sports psychologists help athletes to improve their mental health and provide psychological training to help them in achieving their goals. Goal setting is part of this mental training. They help them to identify their goals, encourage them to work on their goal, reinforce and motivates them till they reach their goal. Smart goals are specific. A goal should be well defined, clear, and unambiguous. It helps an athlete to focus in a specific target and put efforts in that particular target without wasting time and energy. Measurable. A goal should be measurable. There should be specific criteria that measure your progress toward the accomplishment of the goal. Achievable. A goal should be attainable and not impossible to achieve for an athlete as per available time and his capabilities. Realistic. A goal must be within reach of an athlete, and it should be realistic goal and relevant for him to achieve. Timely. It should be target to achieve a goal with a clearly defined timeline, including a starting date and a target date. The purpose helps to create urgency to complete it within specific time period.